Dear graduates of the College of Environment and Design, I'm Sonia Hirt and I have the privilege of serving as Dean of this college. What can I say? It has not been an ordinary year. All of us, and by that I mean all of humanity, face shocking changes and challenges this year. Extraordinary times, however, bring forward extraordinary people, and this is what this year showed. It showed that you are extraordinary people with extraordinary resilience, imagination, and commitment. One could not hope for a better class of 2021. Thank you for joining us for this visual presentation. I know everyone was hoping we'll have an in-person CED event and that nothing we can do on video can replace that. Still, on behalf of our faculty and staff, I want to congratulate you on your well-deserved success. And I want to invite you to visit in person our beautiful Founders Garden in the afternoon of May 13, when we can informally gather. I'm not going to repeat what has been repeated plenty about our current global situation. One thing that appears positive, however, that we may actually be exiting the world as we've known it in the last 18 months. So here is to 2021 and 2022 and the years that follow to being ordinary years. But even in ordinary years, which appears a wonderful word today, we still need extraordinary people with the passion and creativity to solve problems that some 2 years ago we could not have imagined possible. I believe that the power of our professions is growing. All the problems that the last year made so poignantly obvious, public health emergencies, climate challenges, growing disparity and inequality, to a great extent, I would assert, can be solved by planning, preserving, and designing better, more sustainably, more justly, more functionally, and more beautifully. I know that may sound like a cliche, but I think our communities and our fragile planet, third rock from the sun, are now in your hands, in your imaginations, in your designs. And with you in charge, I feel confident that we can prepare for and rise above any future challenges. No one is better prepared to shape the world than you are. As CED graduates, you bring unique knowledge to the table. Our college championed sustainability and resilience before these terms were fashionable. Now is the right time to rethink our physical and social systems with these values in mind. And you are the experts who can act on those values. It seems like we lived through a grand experiment that made us trade physical for virtual space. And I think we would all agree that we lost something big in this transition, although we gained some experiences and wisdom as well. We could, for example, get connected with people very far physically from us through technology, and we should keep this as an asset. Yet physical spaces and places hold the key to healthy human interaction. Physical space that we took until recently for granted now has billions of fans, and you are the experts on planning, designing, and preserving it. At our college, we don't just focus on spaces, we focus on communities. And I think the term community, not just the physical side of it, but that side that means we people helping each other, is another term that is acquiring a new and sharper meaning. Whether you end up being a community designer, planner, or preservationist is probably less important. I think it's more important that you always remain a community advocate. Our college has always excelled in serving people and the environment, especially vulnerable people and threatened environments, and I hope you keep this commitment throughout your successful careers. Thank you for being members of the CED. Please know that our faculty, staff, and the friends of the college will always, always, always care for your well-being. You are now officially members of our Alumni Association, so please stay engaged, not just virtually, but physically. Come and visit us when this is perfectly possible. So go Dogs. And now we come to a very important part of our ceremony. It is my honor to introduce you to our commencement speaker, Mr. Kona Gray. After his address, we will feature our program coordinator who will read your names and congratulate you. Mr. Gray graduated from our school with a Bachelor of Landscape Architecture degree in '97. He has worked for nearly 30 years in over 30 countries, and he's currently a principal at EDSA in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He serves as president of the Landscape Architecture Foundation and vice president for professional practice of the American Society of Landscape Architects. He is also an active member of the Urban Land Institute. Gray has shown continuous leadership with ASLA through his involvement in the professional award jury, chairing the student awards, and participating in the Diversity Summit. His award-winning designs creatively integrate regional resources into functional spaces that contribute to welcoming public spaces with a strong sense of place, bringing vitality back to our communities. I cannot be more proud to say that I'm friends with Mr. Kona Gray. And if you're looking for a role model for your future, you got him right here. Thank you.
It is my honor to address the class of 2021 graduates from the University of Georgia, College of Environment and Design. I would like to express my sincere thanks to Dean Sonia Hirt and UGA for the invitation to deliver the spring commencement. Today, I want to share with you why I believe it is important to live with passion and purpose. My parents knew that education was a very major foundation for a family. They immigrated to the U.S. from Liberia, West Africa in the mid-'60s for university. They met in Boston, fell in love, and got married. Then, my sister and I were born while they were still undergraduates in college. Can you imagine that pressure? After graduate school in Seattle, my family returned to Liberia. As a young boy growing up, I fell in love with the land, the culture of my people, and animals. I even had a pet mongoose. I will always remember running on the beach, swimming in the ocean, and playing in the rainforest. Life was really nice. We basically lived in harmony with nature. Life was carefree, and I was not concerned about my passion or purpose. However, this is when I established my care for the environment. In 1980, my world was unexpectedly disrupted. A military coup d'etat toppled the Liberian government. We had to flee our home to find safety as refugees. Luckily, we found solace with family in the Atlanta area. Although we were very familiar with the States, things were still racially tense in America, just like the 60s and the 70s. At school, I did not fit in with the Black or white Americans because I was different. I was the African kid. I quickly learned how to assimilate and get along with everyone. Sketching, reading, and listening to music basically kept me grounded. It allowed me to escape reality. But one day I discovered people that were different like me. We found similarities in our common conditions. This is when I realized we need people that care to survive. Although I miss Liberia, I found peace in the kind people that helped me. Many families leave home to find safety and to find work, just to survive. We all need a helping hand. America is built on immigrant communities and people of tolerance that care for humanity. A passion to be nice to people was solidified. After high school and some college, I transferred to the University of Georgia, where, once again, I found caring people. I connected with my classmates, Andy Hayes and Dean Williams, in studio, just like you guys. Because of our similar taste in music, I discovered people that appreciated me for who I am. We kept each other on track, and I am so grateful for our friendship. I'm sure you all have similar people in your lives today. Because I learned how to be comfortable in my own skin at a very, very early age, I could be myself. I focused on tolerance, sharing ideas, and learning. My parents instilled the character trait of care in me early, and it has served me very well. I knew in my heart that all people had basic needs, including food, shelter, and love. We all have similarities that bring us together. At Georgia, I was on a mission to graduate quickly, so I channeled all my energy into learning and absorbing as much as I possibly could. Professors like Marguerite Kepke, Alan Stovall, Neil Weatherly, David Nichols, Bill Mann, Bruce Ferguson, Leo Alvarez, Daryl Morrison, Scott Weinberg, Forster Ndebisi, good old Greg Coyle, and Kwesi DeGraff Hansen shared knowledge that positively shaped my education. Your professors are here to help you succeed, not just in college, but during your career and in life. Just before graduation, I discovered EDSA. They were so gracious in providing me with a capstone project simply because I asked. A cold call request for a project changed my life, and I'm living proof that if you try, opportunities unfold. Ed Stone created a caring, humble, and giving atmosphere that exists today. He always reminded us to follow the golden rule and treat people the way you want to be treated. Once again, I found people that inspired me to be a better person. Shortly after starting at EDSA in Florida, I met my wife, and I knew this was the place we would grow and raise our family. We now have an amazing daughter and a playful, silly golden retriever. As a professional, my career evolved when I joined the Landscape Architecture Foundation Board. It was my colleagues at LAF that opened my mind to my passion for the discipline, focused on a just and resilient future. These experiences are the foundation of my life that inspired me towards treating people, the earth, and animals with empathy. In 2016, at the LAF Summit, Grant Jones stated, "The earth is our client." He was right. I would go even further to declare that love heals all. Finally, I found my passion in design and my purpose in my family. For me, music is a soundtrack of life. Growing up, I was fortunate to listen to jazz, classical, R&B, blues, hip-hop, rap, classic rock, reggae, ska, world music, and all other types of music that would melodically weave stories about living. If you go back 50 years to 1971, Marvin Gaye's musical anthem, Mercy, Mercy Me, The Ecology, from the album titled What's Going On, you will notice the lyrics brought attention to the reason for landscape architecture. It was a call to action, inspired by the environment, war, and the civil rights movement. The lyrics ask questions like, where did all the blue skies go? They also identified disasters such as oil wasted on the ocean and upon our seas, and fish full of mercury. Most importantly, Marvin asked, what about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from man can she stand? So powerful and still relevant today. Please download the album to learn more. It was pretty clear that he was talking to us. So now, for the graduates of 2021, this is your call to action, broken down into 3 steps: the opportunity, the solution, and the future, to help you find your passion and purpose. So first, let's start with the opportunity. The discipline of landscape architecture is truly rooted in connecting people with the environment. It's that simple. It is a joy to design amazing places for unique experiences, provide land planning that preserves the environment, and facilitate these simple conversations with communities that celebrate humanity. This is what we do to improve quality of life. We continue to see rapid changes in our climate that demonstrate the devastation created by humans. We are experiencing unprecedented social unrest, again, created by humans. We are also living in a state of uncertainty and instability created by humans. Have you ever wondered, do humans really care about each other and the earth? Despite these realities, the discipline of landscape architecture is truly a catalyst for positive change. Once again, we will continue to improve living for all. Landscape architects basically are the environmental influencers. We believe in honoring our similarities and embracing our differences in humanity. Most importantly, we know the planet brings us together. The world needs landscape architects. Now is your time to make a difference towards healing humanity and restoring the earth. Next, the solution. It is your action that will save the planet. Just imagine if we conserved our open spaces for the animals and the environment. Maybe we would not be dealing with pandemic diseases. Imagine if we planned communities for all cultures. Maybe we would not have systemic racism. Imagine if we designed more parks and less roads. Yes, maybe we would have healthier people. Imagine if we encouraged development solutions to reduce greenhouse gases and point source pollution. Maybe we would have a more beautiful planet. No matter if you work in academia, private practice, public practice, nonprofit, or even a field unrelated to landscape architecture, your education has prepared you to solve problems that can positively affect people and the land. There are so many career possibilities, from working as a designer, sharing your knowledge as a professor, maybe leading a city as a mayor, realizing a new community as a developer. How about creating documentaries as a filmmaker? And maybe exploring new technology as a software designer. It may be cliche, but the world is your oyster. As landscape architects, we have an opportunity to unify our colleagues, bring more diverse people to the conversation, and embrace future technology. It is so refreshing to see more diversity in gender and race and thought involved in our work as designers, allied professionals, and clients. Landscape architects are stepping up, and we are a major part of this evolution towards inclusion. We work better as a team, especially when our partners in the community are at the table. Finally, the future. The year 2020 amplified the challenges related to climate change, public health, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. We finally reached a tipping point that renewed the dialogue towards healing our human family. Although these conversations are not new, it's your energy that will catapult us into the next level like a video game. Now, the world is listening, and finally, we are learning to live together again. We should challenge the status quo by encouraging voices that promote equity, empathy, and environmental stewardship. we need to just do the right thing. As you go into the professional world, please, please, please remember, practice with purpose. Do something that matters. Live a life of love and care for the environment, humanity, and animals. The discipline of landscape architecture was created to solve social and environmental issues. So now it's your turn to live up to the mission. You are part of a larger family now. So join ASLA to learn more about the profession. Give to LAF to promote preservation of the planet. Write papers for CELA to share brilliant ideas. Utilize CLARB to become a registered landscape architect. How about expressing your professional insight with LAAB to transform curriculum? Support TCLF to save our cherished historic landscapes. And always give back to your alma mater, the University of Georgia, to continue this amazing legacy. The current state of the world is a call to action once again that has not been seen or experienced since the 1960s and 1970s. We need landscape architects now more than ever. When we design for all with love, we will heal the earth and humanity. I'm so inspired to see us all working together in unity to positively transform the world. So, go find your passion. Do something with purpose, because you are the future. I am hopeful because of you. It is not too late. Last year, I co-founded a nonprofit called the Global Resiliency Project with a simple mission to resolve all human challenges, basically through the people and the land. Our first project is focused on building a resilient future for a community for the people of Ragged Island in the Bahamas. Now, all you need to do is simply try. We have made improvements, but there's still so much work for us to do together. That is why we need you. We need you now. We are in good hands, and we are all here to help you succeed. Please never give up. Find your passion. Live with purpose. And always remember, if you do what you love, you'll always find a way, because love heals all. Congratulations, and go Dogs.
Congratulations, BLA graduates. The first Bachelor of Landscape Architecture degree at UGA was granted in 1927. A lot has changed in the 94 years since then. But one thing that has remained constant is that you have been prepared to enter a design profession that is uniquely situated to face the design challenges of a dynamic and increasingly complex world. Needless to say, the past 4 years have not been the typical 4 years, as you've had to pursue your education in the midst of a global pandemic. The good news is you've stayed the course, completed your studies, and are now entering the profession at what appears to be an excellent time. I'm sure much to the pleasure of your parents, as professional offices are quite busy and are eagerly seeking entry-level designers. On behalf of all your professors and of the CED as a whole, I wish you great success as you launch your career as a landscape architect. It is my pleasure to announce the graduating class of 2021. Cole Allison, Alma Bessie Basabi, Jordan Bonner, Caitlin Bryant, Morgan Coleman, Sarah Corsino, Andy Diaz, Melissa Ewart, Lauren Farrington, Henry Fitzgibbons, Allison Gosselin, Rory Clint Granross, Michael Hans, Natalie Henderson, Emma Height, Jalen Holman, Minsung Kim, Elise Langston, Carolyn Laux, William Riley Martin, Alicia Myers, Zachary Orr, Diamond Owens, Carolyn Petitom, Austin Pinson, Annalise Polliner, Joseph Price, Virginia Grace Raleigh, Jameson Red, Charles Rittenhouse, Kira Rothbard, Bailey Taylor, Perry Taylor, Hugo Velasquez, Sipeng Zhang, and Gina Zhang. Congratulations to each of you for your accomplishment. And as a fellow alumnus of the college, I welcome you into the Alumni Association of the College of Environment and Design. Go Dogs!
Greetings. My name is Brad Davis, and I'm the Graduate Program Coordinator for the Masters of Landscape Architecture program at the University of Georgia. What a challenging academic year it's been, 2020 and 2021. But here we are at the end and ready to celebrate. We are so pleased to welcome these new graduates to our alumni family. We wish each of you much success and happiness, and we want to hear from you and see you at future CED events. It's my pleasure to announce the names of our spring 2021 graduates with the MLA degree, and these are in alphabetical order. Carolina Angelo, Whitney Barr, Andy Culbertson, Natalie Glaze, Joshua Godin, Braden Meadows, Brian Melchione, Jacqueline Mink, Nick Moss, and Benjamin Prue. I'll now also announce our intended summer and fall graduates for 2021. And these include Gretchen Bailey, Felipe Barantes, Shehua Deng, David Evans, Rulene Go, Aaron Hall, Ro Gerals, Pranisha Kramakaria, Adedomola Okamadwa, Anna Scachamaro, Dingning Yu, and Emily Wisnot. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, historic preservation students, family, and friends. It's my pleasure to join with other preservation faculty in recognizing members of our 36th MHP graduating class. We send you off with best wishes and confidence in your future success. Our spring 2021 graduates are Amanda Braithwaite, Maggie Disher, Allison Meyer, and Caitlin McSwiggan. Our summer and fall candidates include Seth Bowles, Catherine Croft, Scott Liverman, Catherine Mitchell, Devin Pulaski, Shelby Reed, Caitlin Sally, Olivia Stroud, and Anders Yount. We wish you heartiest congratulations and look forward to working with you as colleagues in the future. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Umit Yilmaz, coordinator of the Master of Urban Planning and Design program at University of Georgia. On behalf of the program faculty, staff, and students, I would like to extend our congratulations to the graduating class of 2021.
Hi, I'm Sonia Hirt. Tess Williams.
Brett Kahn.
Evelyn Mara.
Ben Crew.
Devin Butler.
Ali Najafi. Alexander Scott Bird.